So finally I am back in Malaga. I was looking so much forward to it after the pandemic, and finally I was able to organize this trip. And in this video I'm gonna show you where to stay in Malaga, the 5 best areas you should base yourself to visit the city. And I start actually this video straight away from the Plaza de la Constitución, which is the main square of the historical center where it all started here in the city. Fantastic square, plenty of history, as of course all of the historical center is. And this is really the main reason to stay into the historical center, the area number 1, you know, on your first trip to Malaga. Beautiful architecture all around. There are plenty of streets and lanes where you can venture and you can lose yourself. It's a little bit of a maze, to be honest with you, which is the best part of the trip. Just get lost and experience the city. Besides the architecture, obviously there are so many other things you can do here. This is the main place for restaurants, for bars, for cafes, and also there are plenty of museums, of which the Picasso Museum is probably the most known and the most visited attraction here in the city. I love the historical center so much, but there are a few drawbacks if you want to stay here. First one is that this is the most expensive place to stay in Malaga. Accommodation tend to be a notch more expensive than anywhere else in the city. Also, it's quite busy. There are plenty of tourists and travelers venturing around, as expected, because this is the most interesting part of the city. And also, if you're driving around Spain, it's quite complicated actually to park a car in the city center. So the best thing you can do is looking for the parking area where you can leave it, and it's gonna cost around 15-20 euros a day. But besides that, number 1 location to be for your first trip here in Malaga.
So you do it okay, feeling okay, so stay apart, feeling okay, so you're traveling, 'cause if you do it apart, feeling great, so stay apart, feeling great, so you're traveling, 'cause if you do it apart, traveling, 'cause if you do it apart, traveling, 'cause if you do it apart,
And once you are in the historical center, you should make a point to visit the local mercado, the local market. Absolutely stunning. It's here on my back. You can find any kind of local food and drinks, of course. And also it's a good place to actually have a few tapas and a cerveza. Perfect for lunch. And here I am walking in Sol, which is the area between the historical center and the coast. This is the arty area of Malaga, and this is where you will find plenty of graffiti, which are absolutely stunning, to be honest with you. Few galleries, restaurants, bars. They're all on the boutique side as the accommodation that you can find here. And it's also a much quieter area than the historical center. Perfect if you want to have a relaxing stay. Most of the accommodation in these areas are kind of boutique accommodation, which work very, very well for couples looking for a weekend breakaway. So what's the catch about Sol? Well, the cost of accommodation is actually higher than most of Malaga, probably even higher than the historical center, but you know, you get fantastic boutique accommodation in this area, and if this is what you're looking for, then Sol has to be.
There'll be struggles, there'll be wounds, but that won't stop me coming through. I give it all for you. But would you do what I do? I'd take you around just to cover you. But would you do what I do? I'd even stand just to gonna do.
And here I am in El Gido and La Goleta area, which is north of the historical center in the university area. This is the area where you can find the best value for money, and it's not only about accommodation, but it's also about restaurants, cafes and bars. You find everything at a local price. Last night I got a meal for 3 people at 18 euros. Fantastic price, fantastic quality as well. And this is the area where I'm staying on this trip to Malaga. I got an apartment with 2 bedrooms for 65 euros a night, which is absolutely a bargain because it's spacious, it's clean, plenty of light. So what is the catch about staying in this area? Well, there is a 10 to 15 minutes walk down to the historical center. Architecture is a mix of 70s, 80s and old architecture, so not as beautiful as the historical center. And if you're driving to Malaga, parking can be a little bit challenging, but still not impossible.
I feel alive, yeah, I feel alive.
Another option for the stay in Malaga is by the beach. Malaga itself has actually two beaches, but they are near the port, which means the water is not really fantastic over there. But if you want better water, you just go 10 minutes north of south, like I am here in El Palo, and you find fantastic water all year around. In El Palo, for example, there are a few bays, like the one that you can see here on my back. They are fantastic, lovely, and perfect place really to have a chill out time. You know, this is the place you want to come if, for example, if you are with a family, you want to mix a little bit of historical attraction that you can find in Malaga with some chill out time by the beach with your kids. What do you want more? Accommodation wise, you can find anything you want really here. Any price, any size. Now, what is the drawback of staying by the beach? Obviously, you're not in the city, which means if you want to go and see something in the city, then you have to take public transportation or a taxi, and you have to budget 10-15 minutes for that. And also the nightlife in these parts of Malaga is not great. In fact, you have to go down to Malaga city for that, so again, more time spent back and forward.
Today, wakey wake, such a lovely summer day. Sunlight pours on your smiling face. Make you some tea as you crawl beneath the sheets. Begging, please let me sleep some more.
If you go west of historical center, you find the area of Marmoles and Percher, which is really the new center of Malaga. There are plenty of shopping options here, like El Corte Inglés that you see on my back. Also supermarkets, you know, from the famous one here in Spain, and also the major chain like Aldi, for example. So you have plenty of places to stock up in case you spend, you know, more than 3-4 days and you want to eat something at home. The main street here is full of shops, so it's perfect really if you're into shopping. Plus, this is an area where you can find some good value accommodation and probably some of the cheapest actually accommodation in the city. What's the drawback? Well, you will have to walk 10-15 minutes to the historical center from here. Plus, you know, the architecture is mostly modern, into the 70s and 80s, so it's not as beautiful as in the historical center. And from the castle of Malaga with its beautiful view, I'm gonna close this video, but I left in the video description also a few suggested hotels and accommodation to stay here in the area I've described. Plus, there are more videos about Costa del Sol, Andalusia, more guides. It's all there in the video description, and I'll see you in the next week video. Bye!